Greetings. Today there is a full moon in Virgo, and Virgo is the sign of perfection, right? So it's the sign where we get to see how we are not perfect and where we can improve. So it's important to remember how to stay focused on ways of improving as opposed to focusing or obsessing over what is wrong. I'm Marina Orms here with your Astro Vibe for Saturday, February 24th. This full moon in Virgo follows a new moon that was in Aquarius 2 weeks ago. So we're in the Aquarius moon cycle, and the full moon is a culmination of what we've been working on, what we've been planting our seeds for, and how we've been thinking about the future, visions for the future, and anything Aquarian. So freedom, rebellion, breakthrough, revolution, and the ways that we want to be change makers and visionaries. And so, what does that look like for each of us? And as we're thinking about bringing about change, this Virgo full moon is going to reflect something back to us. So it's unveiling or revealing something we need to see or know or remember about how we are going about bringing about those changes. So as we move toward the future, um, and I was sharing some about this yesterday, kind of introducing the idea of today's full moon and how we are doing this work. But as we're working toward the future, we want to be thinking about something new, right? Something we haven't experienced before. And by definition, we don't know how it works. And we're inviting in new solutions, innovation, new thinking, getting outside the box. So, as we do that, there are also ways that we can get on board with who we need to be to create that future. And the Virgo full moon is reflecting something back to us about what we need to know or how we can embody this spirit of change, this energy of creating the future. And one of the things that Aquarius has to do with is a community. So it's about equality, freedom, thinking about how we can work together, cooperate, work toward an ideal or a cause, something that makes the world a better place or does something good for humanity. Certainly plenty of areas right now that need some help. Our positive visions for the future allow us to organize around change, allow us to see a vision for what things could be like that look very different from how things have looked in the past. So as we think about the themes of improvement and perfecting and seeing where things are maybe not perfect or maybe not ideal, that also helps us to recognize where we need to change to get on board with the future we want to create. So we are in this energy, this vibe with this full moon of noticing what is not perfect. Notice that I keep saying that, but that can also, of course, show up as self-criticism, being hard on yourself, being nitpicky, right? Being critical of others. Why aren't you doing it the way I think you should be doing it? Those types of things. It's the ability to feel where things are not quite right, and kind of the way that not quite rightness irritates you. So the way having a little pebble in your shoe is just really irritating. It's like you feel like you have to fix it, right? So that Virgo energy is pushing us. It's pushing us to get better at at being who we are here to be, so that we can create that beautiful ideal that we might have intellectually, right? We can connect with the idea of what we want, whether it's world peace or solutions to climate change or um uh updating democracy, bringing greater equality, things that can benefit, right, all beings, or at least a lot of us. So as we think about those changes, those ideals intellectually, Virgo is reminding us of how we need to embody, how we need to actually show up in the day-to-day work. So Virgo is about the daily routine. It's about the it's the chop wood, carry water um, sign of the zodiac. You might hear that in other places. It's kind of a standard thing that we say about Virgo. It is the detail. It is the hours and hours of practice that a great musician puts into perfecting their craft, or anybody who's good at anything puts in hours and hours to learn the skills, to learn the techniques, to get really, really good at what they do. So that Virgo energy is the is the nitty gritty. It's the details. It's the things we do all day long. And so how we think about the ways that we are showing up so that we can more fully embody who we need to be to bring about those changes, right? So instead of thinking along the lines of being hard on yourself or feeling like you're a failure or not good enough, which are some of the pitfalls of Virgo energy, that we can see all the things that are wrong, just like a proofreader can see all the typos and misspellings and wrong punctuation, etc. Right? It's like that's their job. They're attuned to being able to see what's wrong so they can fix it, so they can make a more perfect final product, finished product. And if we can think of our own shortcomings the same way, like, no, it's not that something's wrong with me, it's just that I can see, oh, this is where I could improve. This is something I could do better at. This is something I need to work on. When we can see things that way, it can be a really, really positive, because we are actually doing the work of improving ourselves and being better people, right? And and so more fully embodying that amazing, incredible big picture heart energy, the love of the divine. I was saying yesterday about being the hands for the divine here on earth. And so our impulse, our drive to perfectionism is because we feel or can connect on some level with this idea that in the big picture, things can be really beautiful, really ascended, right? Transcendent. That is the Pisces energy. And with during this full moon, 4 planets in Pisces, we have a lot of that spiritual energy. So we have that connection to the big picture, to that feeling of being part of something greater than ourselves, connecting to what gives our lives meaning, the feeling, the mystical, mysterious feeling of love, right? What is love? Love is not something we can quantify. Love is something very real, though. It is something that um uh we want to awaken and tap into, and help to come more fully into our lives. So when we recognize, oh, here's something about myself that I could improve upon, we are also tapping into our ability to be continually becoming more perfect, right? And it's always a journey. We probably never get there, but that is part of the work of being a human being, right? We're evolving, we are becoming, and we are nourishing and nurturing our very own potential. So thinking this full moon about what it looks like, what it means to become more of our potential, what we can do to support ourselves in moving toward that ideal, whether it is an intellectual ideal about change, about a vision for the future, about things we want to create and align with that we can imagine, or whether it's some bigger picture feeling of connecting with spirit, living our wisdom, living our full potential, and being a conduit of love. So, what does that look like? What does it mean? How can you be more of a conduit of love on the planet in your everyday life? So, thinking about perfecting or improving upon yourself means being more clear to carry that spirit of love forward, right? To share it, to offer it with others, to receive it for yourself. You have to be able to receive love to be able to be a conduit for love. So, working on your receiving and how you feel supported and opening up those channels for yourself to nourishment, love, support, the feeling that you have what you need. As you open to that feeling, you open to being able to be, more effective in the things you choose to do. So then we bring that forward through the Virgo energy, and the Virgo energy is what we do, how we get hands on, what it looks like here in the mud, right? In the real world situations and scenarios of our lives, and how we navigate the choices and decisions that are before us, how we support ourselves, what juices us in the morning. So when you wake up and you imagine your day, create, that spirit of setting the tone for your day. And if you take that moment in the morning to imagine, envision, connect with the spirit and the ideals that you have about what you want to live and embody. And then you forget all that because you get going on stuff. And that is where the discovery occurs or unfolds, where you notice, hey, here's something that didn't go the way I was hoping it would go or wasn't ideal. And so here are some things I could do to work on that. So again, not being like super hard on yourself, but just recognizing, oh, this is what I'm learning. We are human beings learning, right? We are becoming better human beings through life, through the things that life brings us. And so it's that humility that the Virgo energy is here to remind us, right? How we can be of service, how we can live in that spirit of humility, because we do always have ways that we can improve. And so simultaneously, you are perfect just as you are, and you are learning and ever improving, right? Continually learning on your journey of being human. So as we connect with that bigger picture, with that vision of the future and the changes we want to see, what it is we want to help create or be part of, how we can align with creating that future vision. And then what does that look like in the here and now, in our real world, in our lives? What do we need to change? How can we get on board fully with that future vision? So again, and it is a learning process. So your lack of perfection is perfect, right? Because in that journey The lack of perfection is simply the thing that you are working on. And if we didn't have anything to work on, we wouldn't have that benefit, right? We wouldn't have the reward of learning and accomplishing and getting better at things in it, the way that that can feel good. So paying attention, noticing what in your life needs some attention, or just noticing what it is you're learning, and giving some gratitude for that. Hey, this is great that I'm learning how to do this differently, or how to show up more fully for myself, and the people I love, and maybe all the people, even if I'm not sure if I love them or not. Cool. All right. Thank you so much for being here. I am Marina Orms, and you can learn more about me and how to work with me at astrologyheals.com. Don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel. I am here every day with astrological self-care, right? The astrology of unshakable self-care. So I've got updates for you, what the moon sign is doing, and so much more. Just what we need to know to keep on top of being our best selves and taking care of ourselves in the ways that we need to. So check it out here every day. There's lots and lots of videos on this channel. Check out the recommended playlists for some bigger picture topics, and the daily vibe, Astro vibe for where is the moon sign, and more. And thank you so much for being here. I so appreciate all of you. Thank you for your likes and your comments. And for sure, thank you for subscribing here. Don't forget to check out my website, astrologyheals.com. I've got more that I will be sharing with you soon, so stay tuned. But you can see what I've got for now, and my books that I've written about healing and astrology and how we can work positively with the cycles of the planets, and so much more. All right. Thanks again. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.